Hi, it's Angie with News OK. I'm here with Sherrel Jones, who is the Passion for Food columnist for the Oklahoman. Now, Sherrel is going to teach us today how to cook with parchment paper. Sherrel, tell us what we're doing.
Well, this is a perfect light summer dish, and I grew up with fried catfish and fried bass and everything, but this is a nice way to have your fish and not have those extra fried calories. And we start by sort of shaping our parchment paper, and this is reminiscent of when you maybe were in elementary school and
cutting Valentines.
Yeah, exactly. And we're going to just come back around to the beginning, and I've torn off a sheet of parchment paper about, I don't know, 24, 30 inches long. So I've got this little, sort of like a heart. It's a fun thing to have for.
So you have the natural parchment paper and.
Yes, this is the unbleached, and this is the other. Now, parchment paper is literally coated with silicone, and so that keeps all the juices inside. So it makes a nice thing to bake in.
Great.
When I was little, we used to oil paper bags from the grocery store.
Now you don't have to.
That was sort of the pre-chemically treated grocery bags. So now we don't have to. And we start by laying our fish in the center of one side of the parchment. Now, this is a piece of red snapper, and really that's a nice portion. It'll shrink down a little bit. And then we're going to add some vegetables. Now, this is a sort of
that's beautiful.
Provençal style. It has peppers, olives, zucchini, some mixed herbs, and I love to use leeks if I can get them. But we've used green onions or scallions today, and of course,
it's so colorful.
Yes, and of course, little grape tomatoes. And this is wonderful. When it cooks inside the parchment, the juices sort of steam, and then you get all the flavors of these things blending in. We'll add a couple of sprigs of herbs. We have some oregano and a little marjoram. And you can take the herbs off the stem, but I like to leave them whole because children, they don't like all the little things in there, and my husband's about the same sometimes, but anyway.
So then you just kind of roll it?
We lay the flap over, and then we just start folding. We go into that little tip of the heart, and I'm folding it over itself. I don't know if you can see this on the camera. If you can get a close shot here, we can show. See, it's just lapping over itself. So it's pretty easy to do.
And it stays, look at that.
It absolutely stays because you press down, and just the way the paper is coated, it takes care of itself. Now, some people like to blow inside of the parchment to sort of inflate it with air, but I find that it's really not necessary. It's going to inflate anyway. When you get to the end of that little point, just twist it around, and it's set. Now, you could add some other seasonings if you want, salt and pepper, but we're sort of a low-salt family right now, and so
you need this one?
That's what you can do. We can put it in the oven, and we're set, and then we'll see what it looks like when we come out.
Wonderful. Let's do it. All right, Sherrel, it's done. We've been waiting for how long, and what was the temp set at on the oven?
It was 400 degrees, and it's been in about 28 minutes.
Great. Let's check it out.
Oh, yes. By the way, I added an extra one because I really didn't want to share.
All right. So, yeah, you see how it kind of puffs up. All right.
Right. Now, I'll show you, they're pretty easy to just, all we have to do now is just transfer it to the plate. And really, we have a fairly balanced meal inside here. Which one do you want? The natural?
Looks good, yeah.
Okay. And onto the plate. And then, when you're ready to serve this dish, all you have to do is, and you want to just poke a little tiny hole, and I like to just snip a little edge and see, and kind of watch for the steam. You don't want to burn yourself. And this would be after your guest sits down. Let's turn it this way just a little bit so we can see. We just cut across.
Oh, yeah.
And you like that aroma inside? You can leave the flaps like this. And then you could give each guest their own pair of scissors. Let them cut their own. It'll stay warm for a little bit inside. And then you just pull it back.
Nice.
and enjoy. And we have a balanced meal. We have our green vegetables.
Nice.
And a wonderfully cooked, flavorful, flaky
Sherrel, tell
fish.
us the name of this.
This is a red snapper en papillon.
Wow.
Thank
For
you.
more on her column, just check out the food section in the Oklahoman, and you can see how to make this. It has the recipe in it, and also on newsok.com. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Angie.